Okay, so here's the sauce for the plum pudding. This is the traditional white sauce that you see on top of plum puddings. I did some of my previous videos. You saw that I already made the plum pudding and I'm going to light it in a little while. But this is going to be after I light it and do the whole brandy sauce thing, pouring over it. Then later on I will pour the finishing touches of this sauce on top so that it stays pretty and white, the color. So you combine butter, sugar, and egg, 1 egg. You pour in over medium heat first, but then you pour in milk and stir until the mixture begins to bubble. So right here, the milk is already in here and we're waiting for it to bubble. It's on medium heat. It's very important. You want to get it to that temperature because don't forget there's raw egg in here. You want to be careful about that. After it starts bubbling, you want to stir in some flour, 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then you're going to serve it warm. Now some recipes may say like 10 minutes or so, but when you look at the comments of different recipes, I've tried different things. In this particular sauce, I don't think I've ever tried ever before. It says that a good 10 minutes extra from what they're claiming really helps to thicken it out. So at the end, I'll show you the end result, and then I'll put the plum pudding all together, and stay tuned for my other video that is going to show the plum pudding on fire. When I light the rum, I'm actually using rum. You can use rum, brandy, you can actually use wine. But I'm going to use rum, Captain Morgan's rum. You can get it about $2.50-ish a bottle for 50 milliliters. So it doesn't have to be the fanciest thing, and it doesn't have to be so expensive. This is the rum that I use, Captain Morgan spiced rum. Okay, and now I'm going to go over to here, to my stove again, and we're waiting for this to bubble. And it really has a nice smell, by the way. Like right away you start smelling it. It has a very pleasant scent to it. And I can feel little by little that the sauce is thickening up a bit. So once this, I'm not going to film the whole thing because you got to wait just a bit. Once this begins to bubble, don't forget, you want to stir in your flour and your vanilla. You're going to serve it warm, but I might warm it up slightly later again, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually light the plum pudding. So stay tuned for my next video where I actually light the rum in the ladle and then pour it onto the plum pudding. Yep, see, be careful of that. You don't want that. This is where you add now your flour. Okay, so you're going to add your flour and your vanilla. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel, Remote-Backroad-Jungles, with a dash in between each word, and my link is www.youtube.com/@hiddenoasis-secret pathfinder, and everything's added in here now. Now I'm just going to stir and make sure it's well combined.